This is not Zoom. You know, with the online lectures, you have the Zoom and then you have the Zoom recordings. And so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to record these using my laptop here, and then you post these on YouTube. If you want to, if you miss something, you want to catch the recording on that, you're welcome to do that. Okay, so sometimes I forget to record, so if it looks like I forgot to record, just remind me. Hit the record. I forgot to record this morning. But one of the complicated things with, I don't know if you had biolab. Did you guys have biolab? They met on campus too. But with the safety glasses, you know, with the safety glasses, they fog with the mask on. It's such a pain. But eventually you'll get it adjusted where it won't fog too terribly. But you might want to bring some anti-fog lights or something for the goggles. All right, since, you know, coming back on campus, was there a long line at the, no? Oh, really? It was pretty smooth? How about even for the testing? Was there any required testing? No, just the survey? Well, how was the parking? Was it okay? So far, yeah. Well, I think only half the classes are back on campus, so the parking isn't as bad as it normally is. Parking is tough first day, but I was able to get a spot. Just curious about you guys. All right, we do. You know, we could open the doors, but then it gets a little bit noisy. We do have this HEPA filter here, and so this should be pretty good at filtering out the harder particles. This going, and this is pretty high capacity, so we'll get a lot of room changes per hour. Okay, room changes being, you know, the volume of the air in the room coming through. All right. Well, actually, you know, with this Omicron, I don't know, you know, whether you're vaccinated or not vaccinated. You know, I got the Moderna vaccine. I had 2 doses, but I still got Omicron. I had Omicron over the break. I didn't know. Well, actually, I was suspecting maybe this is Omicron, maybe not, because my nose was running. And then I guess a runny nose, you know, I didn't feel sick at all, but a runny nose is like one of the first symptoms of Omicron. And so I went to go get tested, actually over here. And when they did the swab, it came back positive. I was surprised. I didn't know where I got it, actually. You know, God, I guess it's easy to get. I didn't feel sick, really. But what I did was, you know, immediately I did. Have you heard of betadine or povidone iodine? You know, that's one of the recommendations. I did this rinse, you know, where you take the betadine, povidone iodine is like 20%. I think I bought some at Target over here. Diluted it like 2 to 1, 1 part of iodine solution, 1 part water. And then I did nasal aspiration. It's like going to a swimming pool and there's a lot of chlorine in the water, and you have a nose full of chlorinated water. That's what it's like. And so I did nasal aspiration. I did that because I had read, like in I think in Bangladesh, you know, Bangladesh, they don't have a very high vaccination rate, but their COVID is like near 0, you know, because everybody does this. They have, you know, this nasal aspiration. And so I did that. And then tested again and it came out negative. You know, so I don't know. And so that was pretty effective. Also, there are other, you know, potential treatments out there, but that was one of them. So I guess I don't know if that qualifies as asymptomatic or symptomatic COVID, but you know, it depends on when you got vaccinated. In fact, you know, since now they have the mandate here on campus, I don't know if we really need to wear the mask, you know, because sure would be nice to get rid of the mask too, but we'll see what they say. Depends on the effectiveness. N95 is good though. You know, if you have an N95 mask, then that's pretty effective like this at filtering out viral particles. So if they mandated N95 masks, which they were talking about, then, I think those are highly effective. I mean, all the hospitals are requiring that, right? Okay, so today I'm not going to talk about like do you guys have access to the Canvas? This one. I posted the syllabus in the course information sheet on Canvas, so you can take a look at that. I'll talk about those later this week. Today what I want to do is just review some Chem 1A stuff that you'll find useful for Chem 1B. So to do that, well, a couple of things I want to do. Science, relies heavily on the scientific method. It's not everything's done by the scientific method, right? There's lots of different ways that scientific discoveries are made. But like the day-to-day grind of science, most scientists, including me, when I was working a lot in the laboratory, I follow the steps of the scientific method, basically. And so what we're going to have is we're going to have quizzes, spread out. I think I have it scheduled for a quiz like about once a week or something. These quizzes are kind of low key. Should be low stress, just more knowledge check type quiz. But we'll just have one, and there's no real, if somebody said, what is the scientific method? Is there really a correct answer and an incorrect answer? Not really, because, scientific discoveries have been made in many different ways. But if you think about the scientific method, what comes to mind? That's what I'm curious about. And so we'll just take a look at this and don't worry about the points or anything like that. But what I want you to do here is list the steps of the scientific method. But I'm going to give you these flashcards here. You can just write it on the note card, index card. Well, not flashcard, index card. So I can just get an idea of what we're thinking.